7 movie characters that should have been recast for sequels. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. 7. Sandra Bullock, Speed. Much like Batman and Robin, Speed 2 ditched its original lead actor whilst keeping a critical character. Sandra Bullock reprised her role as Annie Porter in Speed 2, but the movie performed nowhere near the original. Poor ratings and a box office failure meant this film was a dud which Bullock should never have been a part of. Michelle Pfeiffer had plenty of action experience that could have allowed the sequel to feel fresh and new compared to the first Speed film. Instead, Keanu Reeves' absence is felt massively and resulted in a sloppy sequel that failed to impress critically or financially. 6. Anthony Perkins, Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock is one of the most influential directors in cinema history, blending the horror and thriller genres to make unique and memorable movies. Perhaps the most unique of them all is Psycho. Anthony Perkins absolutely nails his role as Norman Bates, but without Hitchcock for Psycho 2, there should have been no Perkins. Jack Nicholson had the star power to reinvent the franchise and give it a fresh yet familiar feel rather than sticking with Perkins. It could have allowed the Psycho franchise to be reimagined and perhaps allowed for a modern reboot, but with the failure of the sequels, Psycho is unlikely to make a return anytime soon. 5. Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Terminator. The original Terminator trilogy was some of Arnold Schwarzenegger's best work, and he deserved to see it out. While his role in the original films is irreplaceable, he should have been recast for the modern films. Terminator Salvation saw the Terminator franchise move on without the Austrian, yet come the next movie in the series, Schwarzenegger was back despite a whole host of fresh faces. Josh Brolin would make a great Terminator, being better suited to star in Terminator Genisys rather than reverting to Schwarzenegger. Brolin has shown plenty of potential he could do the role, as evidenced by his menacing performance as Thanos. 4. Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones. Like Schwarzenegger, Harrison Ford was a wonderful fit for the original Indiana Jones films. However, it should have let someone take the mantle in the series' latest film. Using CGI, Ford was de-aged in Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny as opposed to letting a younger actor take over. While some fans may be exhausted of Chris Pratt, he would make an amazing modern Indiana Jones. Pratt has plenty of experience leading big action franchises and can add his comedic touch to fit the style of modern-day blockbusters. Ford will forever be remembered as Indiana Jones, but Dial of Destiny was one movie too much for the star. 3. Amber Heard, Aquaman. After the controversial Depp vs. Heard case, Johnny Depp lost his role as Gellert Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts films. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp divided the internet after the long, public case. While there are defenders of both actors, a petition to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2 reached over 1.5 million signatures in 2020. With DC already rebooting the entire franchise, it would make sense to appease angry fans and find someone new to play Mera going forward. There were reports Emilia Clarke would play the character, which would have been a good choice for the franchise's future. 2. Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher. Tom Cruise's Jack Reacher series never managed to take off like his other action franchises. While the likes of Top Gun and Mission Impossible have both had recent critical successes, Jack Reacher never managed the same performance. The first film performed relatively well, the second was far less successful and ended the series with just 2 movies. Cruise is one of Hollywood's best action stars, and Jack Reacher can be successful, as proved by Alan Ritchson's take on the character. The reason Cruise's version failed was simply because he didn't suit the character. Had someone like Ritchson taken the role in Jack Reacher's sequel, the film's fate might have been different. 1. Ezra Miller, The Flash. Of all the characters that needed to be recast, The Flash needed it the most. Despite its controversy, 2023's The Flash was met with mixed reviews but was a box office failure. There are many factors that led to it flopping financially, but Ezra Miller may be top of the list. Miller has had several controversies and allegations brought against them. They played the Flash in Justice League, but many thought Miller would be recast following the controversies as well as DC's reboot. Rather than adapt Grant Gustin's Barry Allen to the big screen or go a different direction like Timothée Chalamet, DC stuck with Miller and paid the consequences. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them.